How to get your ex back. Learn the secret to opening his heart again. Did you share a special connection with a guy? And despite his recent actions, you know he felt it too? Well, I believe that's a relationship worth fighting for. And the good news is I may have a way for you to rekindle things with your ex. Because no matter what a man claims, he wants that beautiful connection back too. But he won't let himself act on those feelings when he's trying to move on. As a dating coach and relationship expert, here's what I've noticed about this situation. A man who is closed off to a relationship with you believes the last chapter has been written. He envisions the story of your relationship as having ended, the last page of the last chapter already written. To get him back, you must change that mental framework. Here's the problem with us men as I see it. We try to think our way through romantic relationships. That's why logic gets in the way of reconnecting with your ex. Logic tells him he tried it and things didn't work out. To succeed, you have to bypass his logic in order to reach his heart. You have to connect with his emotional desires directly. This requires the activation of a deeper kind of wisdom that is often silenced by rational, conscious thought. You want to reopen the story of your relationship. Your job is to change the way he frames the relationship in his mind. This opens his mind to the possibility that the last chapter has not yet been written. This is not something you rush into. You don't start and end this process in a single conversation. Rather, you simply plant a seed in his mind. That seed can be something as simple as a question. You use suggestive language to plant a question in his mind. Why? Because the human mind cannot ignore a question of this sort. Our minds try to answer questions by evaluating various possible answers. That's all it takes to open his mind to the possibility that what he thought was the end of your story was actually only the beginning. This is where things get interesting. One option is to phrase it like this. I find myself wondering if the last chapter of our relationship has actually been written. I don't know why that question keeps popping into my mind. Say it in a casual tone and without any pause afterward for him to reply. It's just something amusing you notice about your own stream of consciousness. Saying this raises the question in his mind. His subconscious will be influenced by that question even if he tries to consciously ignore the possibility. The way suggestion works, there are no negatives. If I tell you, your leg no longer hurts, the impact on the subconscious mind is thoughts, feelings, and imagery representing the word hurts. The no longer part gets ignored. That's why hypnotists use only positive language for the suggestions they want to instill in someone's mind. Hypnotists say, notice how comfortable and relaxed your leg becomes with each passing moment. They don't say, notice how your leg stopped hurting. Plant the idea in his mind by creating space. Raising the question of what could happen between the two of you in the future causes his mind to automatically fill that space. It's like the movie Inception. If you haven't seen it, Inception is a movie about planting the seed of an idea in someone else's mind. They do so by entering someone's dreams through a special device that allows several people to share the same dream. In the movie, the architect of the dream creates a safe, like a metal box for keeping secret papers and valuables. Once that space is created, the dreamer unconsciously fills that safe with things they want to keep hidden, tucked safely away. It's an automatic unconscious instinct. That fictional plotline is based on the reality of how the subconscious mind works, as discovered through hundreds of years of refining hypnotic suggestion. Once his mind is open to the possibility of being loved by you again, he will start to question himself. He will wonder if he still has any feelings for you. That question will cause him to crack open the door to his heart just enough to search for those feelings. This is what we were aiming for. This is the key that unlocks the next chapter. Unlock the next chapter of your relationship. Once a new page is turned, the story of your relationship can begin again. It's a blank page just begging to be written. And if you really want that new story to build toward a climax of joy and relationship bliss, I have a recommendation for you. It's a secret about the male mind. It's something even men do not understand about themselves. It's the one thing they crave more desperately than anything else. It's an instinctual drive he cannot ignore, and something few women know how to give. It's the one thing men secretly want but could never tell you. It's so important that I've created a free video presentation to explain what it is and how you can use it to get him back for good. Click the link in the description below to see my short presentation and master something that will forever change your luck with men. It really is an unfair advantage that I want to give you, but I'll leave it up to you to decide whether you will use this knowledge to capture his heart.